Sir, there's one thing more. I'm sure there's been some mistake, but your adjutant just told me that I am to share my command in this mission with some woodsman by the name of Daniel Boone.
We can discuss this later.
Oh, no, Major. Let him go ahead. He may have come up with some first-rate objection to that backwoodsman.
Lieutenant Nolan was only recently transferred here from the east, Daniel. Considering our short notice and all, he was the one officer available who'd had experience with boats.
Sir, from what I've gathered, this being a strictly military operation. You called him Daniel, sir?
Yes. This is your backwoodsman.
Glad to know you, Lieutenant.
No offense personally, Mr. Boone. I'm glad to see that you appreciate the situation.
Oh, I do. I was just wondering if I could be of help, if you'd mind having me along. Not bothering your command, of course.
Well, I see no reason why not, since you put it that way. I'm sure you'll find the trip most interesting.
Well, to tell you the truth, Lieutenant, I've made the trip before. Now, the Major tells me you only have 2 days to get there to prevent the fort from falling.
Yes, Mr. Boone, that's true. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm very pressed for time.
Lieutenant, speed alone is not the answer. I'll show you what I mean. Here we are. Here's the fort. Now, the river narrows about here, with heights commanding the passage about here.
Mr. Boone, I've seen a map of the river before.
I've seen the river, Lieutenant. Now, the point is, if the British have thought to station troops anywhere along this river, and the way they block land routes, it's my guess they have. This is the point they most likely have picked. Right above this suspension bridge.
One degree correction. Fire when ready.
Yes, sir.
One degree correction. Fire!
Perfect! Freeze that trajectory and we can't miss.
Yes, sir. If anything comes out that river, it'll be blasted clear out of the water.
I only hope they do use a boat. With the gunpowder they'll be carrying, one shot would do it.
The blast will be heard from here to Fort Courtney.
If not, by good King George.
Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippin'est, roaring'est, fighting'est man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
I'd feel a lot better about this expedition, Daniel, if you took those soldiers with you.
Well, I'm not one to turn down help, Major, but unless they're Pullman, there's just no room on board.
But suppose you do run into a British force somewhere along the way.
Well, I don't suppose I could carry enough soldiers in that situation to do any good anyhow.
I suppose not, but that young lieutenant.
Oh, I think you'll be all right, Major. Just needs a little seasoning, that's all.
Gentlemen, the Army needs 5 men to pull that flatboat upriver. Unload, free ride back downstream with the current, 3 days in all. But I need very experienced polemen, because we've got to get there in a hurry.
What's the rush, Sonny?
Yeah, we ain't going nowhere. I'm on the hurry. You in a hurry, Barnes?
I don't see that concerns you.
Nobody pulls nothing on this river unless I say so. So where you're going, why, and how much? Concerns me plenty.
Mm-hmm. Well, I would think that you men could use all the work you could get.
That so? I'm still waiting for the answers, Sonny.
With time running out, Lieutenant, I wouldn't think we could afford to be too choosy.
Mr. Boone, I can't afford not to be. One man with character is worth three with none.
It's amazing you found out so quickly.
It's a matter of training, Mr. Boone. You take that man there, he could prove invaluable. He has leadership qualities, experience, spirit.
He's pretty fair in the muscle, too.
You. You're apparently the one to deal with. I'll need 4 men on the poles and 1 man on the sweep.
In the first place, the name is Strunk. Mr. Strunk.
All right, Mr. Strunk. You'll do for the sweep. And I'll leave it to you to choose the 4 best men in this lot.
Just like that. Where to? How much?
I don't think we should tell him where we're...
Fort Courtney. And $20 a man.
Go soak your head, Lieutenant. We ain't gonna make a trip like that for no 20.
Wait a minute, Strong. Why don't you speak for your...
Now you make that 30, and we'll think about it.
The lieutenant can't afford $30. He was just about to tell you that. Now, if any of you men are interested in this offer, I suggest you start loading those supplies on the flatboat. We'll be shoving off here shortly.
Mr. Boone.
Wait a minute.
Now, Mr. Strunk, you wouldn't want to keep your shipmates from earning a good, honest dollar, would you?
Well, I guess if it's for the Army, it's our patriotic duty. Toby, Barker, Barnes, George, let's go down the docks.
Was there something, Lieutenant?
Yes, Mr. Boone, a matter of authority. From now on, I'll handle these matters alone.
If you prefer.
Can we get this stuff loaded first? Fan out down there. You get that stuff over there.
Here.
Very efficient, mon ami. Very good. Now, just one more.
What happened to Barker?
So I go off down the street.
Barnes. Tell Barker to get down here on the double, or I'll have to replace him.
Come on.
You, what are you doing here?
That's all right. He's with me.
Oh, he's with you. Off, both of you.
Excuse me, sir. Are you perhaps the hire of a poleman for this boat?
Nobody works here less than I say so. Now, get!
Wait a minute.
Go away.
Strunk!
These two ain't part of my crew.
Mr. Boone, if you please, I'll thank you to leave these matters to me. All right. Let's get one thing very clear and straight right now. If anybody is dissatisfied with money or conditions on this expedition, they can leave.
No.
Very well. Finish securing the cargo and get to your polling positions. Strunk, you on the sweep. You pull on the port side. You and you on the starboard. All right, hop to it.
Like I said, a little seasoning.
Mr. Boone,
Thank you.
I assure you, I am quite capable of handling these matters alone.
Some matters you are, Lieutenant.
Is there some question, sir, concerning my command?
Not in my mind, but for the sake of this mission, you'll take Daniel Boone's advice and you'll abide by it. If that means splitting your command, then consider it split, at my orders.
Yes, sir.
Hereafter, you will confine yourself to the operation of the boat, leaving all other concerns to him.
Yes, sir.
And in that connection, your boat appears to be ready.
Yes, sir.
All hands prepare to move out.
Let go forward. Let go aft. Bring her back by starboard. Push, boys, come on! Pull the midstream.
Starboard poles, heave.
Oh. Well, it's easy to see you know your way around boats, Lieutenant.
As the Major ordered, I'll perform my function and you will perform yours. I hope there'll be no difficulties between us.
See any reason why there should be? I know a man's first command sometimes can be kind of a strain.
The Major told you?
This is your first? No, I just kind of figured that out.
Pull the midstream, heave.
You know, Lieutenant, one way to look at this might be that it's kind of a big opportunity.
I do. And as long as we keep to our own divisions of responsibility, I won't be held liable for the mistakes of others.
Well, I see what you mean.
Barker and Barnes, Frenchie.
Barker and Barnes? What is a Barker and Barnes, monsieur?
Don't give me that.
Oh, excuse me, I'm so sorry.
You clumsy fool, I'll break you in half.
Would you perhaps enjoy a bit of sport, monsieur? This is an excellent weapon. Makes a good game, doesn't it?
A game you want?
Yes.
Marbles, bumblebee peg. It's a boy's stick. It's a man's weapon.
Mr. Strunk, what are you doing? Back on that sweep before we go aground.
You're right.
No, put those knives down.
Get out.
All right, Legrand. Now show him your specialty.
I'll be delighted to.
Seems you gentlemen don't hear commands too well.
The lieutenant's permission.
I'm sure you all have good hearing for the clink of coins. And if there are any more shenanigans like this, those responsible are going to have their pay docked by half. And if you don't like it, you can always swim back.
Right, now back to your post. You've cost us valuable time. They're spirited men, Mr. Boone. It would be helpful if you could keep an eye on them. Bit early to be looking for the British, isn't it?
Well, the British control all the territory along the river. One lookout anywhere along the river reporting our presence could mean the end of our mission.
I knew it was a mistake to bring them to.
It was a mistake for you, Strong. You'll be shown for the blowhard that you are.
Listen to the braggart. He can't even buckle his shoes without the help of a sidekick.
You better pay attention to your job, Strong. We run into those logs down there, we'll all end up in the river.
Strong, bring her alongside those logs.
That log was blasted by a cannonball. Must have floated all the way down from Fort Courtney.
Well, you're right about the cannonball, LeGrand, but it didn't come from the guns at Fort Courtney. I'd say this cut hadn't been exposed to the water more than 2 hours.
Meaning?
Meaning that there's a cannon upriver from us. Most likely British, more likely commanding the river passage. Look here, Lieutenant. I'll show you what I mean, Lieutenant. We're about here. I'll cut across on foot and scout the suspension bridge. Then I'll hurry as quickly as I can and rejoin you about here.
And if you're not at that point by the time we arrive, you expect me to wait?
That's right, Lieutenant.
Mr. Boone, I can't afford any delays.
We can afford to be blown out of the water by British cannon even less.
Now listen, that part of this mission is my command, and my orders are to proceed as quickly as possible and without interruptions.
I have orders too, Lieutenant, and certainly one of them would be to prevent this from becoming a suicide mission.
But what do you expect to gain? If there is a British cannon waiting for us, what can we do about it? We still have to try to push through. No, Mr. Boone, I'm sorry, I cannot.
Lieutenant, I don't know what, if anything, I can do until I have a look. Now, in the meantime, despite these buckskins, I think you ought to know I hold the rank of Lieutenant Colonel. I'm ordering you to wait at that curve of the river until I get there. Hold up on the pole! Carry on, Lieutenant.
All hands, start pulling. And from now on, you'll pick up your strokes. We've got a lot of delays to make up for.
Captain, I want you to double the sentries tonight.
Yes, sir.
And put a 24-hour watch on the bridge. It'll be a bright moon tonight. No chance of any boat getting past us if we're alert.
Yes, sir. Sergeant, double all sentries tonight. Dismiss!
This is it. Toby?
Yes, sir.
Drop the bow anchor. Rest your poles, man. You can break out some food while you're waiting.
But, jerky. Yuck.
Funny, I never seen you two around town before.
Well, we're just passing through. We come from south of here.
Peculiar place must be. All wear them bracelets around their ankle? About you wear them too?
When I think it's any of your business, I'll let you know.
I won't say I never seen any bracelets like them before. They're usually attached to chains. Of course, chains could be hacked off if need be.
You know something? You do an awful lot of talking for a man that's so outnumbered.
Lieutenant!
What's the trouble, Mr. Strunk?
How long are we gonna have to sit here on this rotten scow?
Until I tell you to move it.
All right, Strong. What are you after?
What do you got? Nothing, probably. Except maybe a price on your head.
Let's get off this thing.
Stand apart! Mr. Strunk, what is going on here?
You got yourself a couple of escaped convicts, and I'm claiming the reward.
Convicts?
Yeah, right down to them ankle chains.
Toby, bring me some rope. You're both under arrest. You'll be confined and turned over to the authorities at Port Courtney.
That would be very unfortunate.
Very, but I have no other choice.
Hey! Thank you, Lieutenant. Now stand back, the both of you.
We are getting off here, mates.
First one that moves gets the charge.
Fair enough. I'll see that you get this one. Now drop that pistol. Drop it. You drop that boat hook, too.
Escaped criminals, Mr. Boone. If I hadn't been so bullheaded.
It's lucky I got back when I did. We're gonna need all hands.
You mean you intend to allow these two to continue on our expedition?
Lieutenant, we don't have any choice. I'm gonna need their help.
Their help?
I found the British, a whole passel of them camped out above that suspension bridge, and the cannon. Grab 2 shovels, about 30 feet of that line, and a keg of powder. You two are going with me.
Good riddance.
These men are escaped convicts, Mr. Boone. Dangerous men. They'll try to kill you and escape the first chance they get.
Yeah, I expect they will, but I'll just have to see that they don't get the chance. Why don't you swap with me? Your pistol will be handier for climbing.
You have a plan?
Sort of. This will leave you with only 2 pole men and Stronk, which means you'll be able to travel about half speed. I reckon you can get to the bridge about dawn. That ought to give me enough time to fix that cannon so it won't blow you out of the water when you try to run past.
Monsieur Boone, we are going where?
We're going to pay the Redcoats a visit.
That's dangerous.
I reckon it'll hold your interest.
You cannot force us to go.
That's right. I can chain you to the wagon. But if you come with me, you figure you'll have a chance to escape, so I reckon you'll come.
Monsieur Boone, I am going to regret killing you.
Your apology is appreciated. Now let's get started.
Very well.
Now remember, if you come inside the bridge before dawn, hang back till the sun comes up. Then come by as fast as you can and don't stop for anything, no matter what. I can count on you, can I?
No matter what, Mr. Boone.
My friends call me Daniel.
Mine call me Bo. On the bow, up anchor.
There it is. And that's the way we're going to get there.
Then we just blow it up with your powder, is that it?
Now we'll just bury that keg in the edge of the cliffside under the cannon, light it with a fuse, or do you have a better idea?
Huh? What I do know is we ain't never gonna get there. All you have to do is look.
Well, that's where our friend Legrand comes in.
Me?
You see that line? You see that tree on the ledge up there?
Yes, I see it.
Well, how many shots is it going to take you to throw this boat hook over that limb?
I know nothing about throwing boat hooks.
Well, I thought you said you were a master of all weapons.
I am, but this is not a weapon.
Well, I figured you must have thought so the way you've been waving it around. Or did Strunk have you all figured out just a braggart?
You think I'm a child, huh? To be maneuvered by such obvious tactics. Give that to me. I'll show you. Well?
It was fair.
Fair?
All right, Malloy, you're first. Start climbing.
I can tell you right now, nothing's gonna come of it.
I can tell you one thing's going to come of it. Before the night's over, you're going to be a pretty fair mountain climber.
First chance I get, he's dead.
You better be quick or I'll get him first.
You can argue about that later, climb. Here, make the barrel fast.
we go.
Why don't you fire? Who cares about waking up the redcoats? Oh, it's a pity, isn't it? A pistol that cannot be used. Your gunpowder tossed to the winds and your time ticking away.
It is that. I guess we better forget about trying to climb that cliff. Find a way to work our way past those sentries that have been posted.
Without weapons and without powder, huh?
Well, we just have to use some of their powder. I reckon they got plenty to spare.
Well, you'll have to figure it out without me, since you cannot use the gun anyway.
I can fire the gun all right. If I don't get your help, it won't matter whether I wake up the redcoats or not.
You know something, Boone? I'm beginning to admire you. You have a lot of spirit.
Well, you have quite a bit of spirit yourself. Let's head up that slope.
This is as far as we go. Toby, drop that anchor.
What are we waiting for?
Dawn, as Mr. Boone instructed.
Then we go poling past that cannon in broad daylight?
That's right, Mr. Strunk.
Not with me on board.
With everybody on board, Mr. Strunk.
That's what you think.
We're going to get shot for nothing. We haven't a chance of getting that cannon. See?
The shots are coming from the garrison, all right, but they're not shooting at us. Let's keep going.
What's the meaning of this? Who's firing?
Caught him in the brush, sir. Keep your hands up.
Serve you right if you had hit me, you blundering oafs. Man trying to do you a favor.
Mind your speech, sir, and state your business, or favor, as you call it.
Well, fact is, it's a bit of both. Business for me, favor for you. But I'll do my talking to your officer in charge.
You are talking to him.
Which I could do a lot better not being treated like some low-down prisoner. Merci. Now, just what is it worth to you to find out something new about them supplies they're heading for Fort Courtney?
Nothing. I'm ready to blast anything that comes up that river.
Well, sure you are. Of course you are, but it'd be nice for you to know just when they're coming and just how they plan to get by you in spite of your cannon.
I don't know what your information is worth, if anything, until I hear it.
And you won't hear it until we've settled on a price. I figured that, £100 in your currency, that'd be a fair price. Well, while you're making up your mind, they'll come in here and knock your cannon out.
How? How do I know you're not lying?
Because I can prove it just as soon as we agreed on a price.
Very well. You'll get your money.
Good. Now, if you'll just take a look over the side, you'll see the powder that was meant to topple your cannon into the river.
Looks like a keg of powder, all right, sir. Splintered, but nothing else.
All right. How many men? And where are they now?
Well, there was 2 of them last time I saw them. But if the man in charge has his way, they'll disable your cannon before they bring the flatboat with supplies into range.
Flatboat, yes. I'd anticipated something of that sort. You'll get your money when that boat is destroyed. You men, guard the approaches to this cannon and shoot anything that moves.
Either we move out right now or I'm going to take me a swim.
Strunk, we move in no direction till sunup. You take one step for that side and I'll blow your brains out.
The way you handle that seems more like a gun for Boone than for you.
Mr. Strunk, once I pull this trigger, I doubt if you could tell the difference.
Just the weapon for the occasion.
Captain, I want the cannon loaded and ready for firing. If they're coming at all, should be here presently.
Yes, sir. Break out the powder.
That's it. That's the cave. That's right. Now we know where the powder is. How can we get there? What we need's another uniform.
If this is some kind of trick, sir, all you'll get is a bullet.
supposed to be an expert on all kinds of weapons. Any idea what would happen if we set off all this powder?
A shallow cave like this, the blast would level everything on the outside for quite a distance.
That cannon is lined up directly in the mouth of the cave.
Yes, but there is first the matter of setting off the explosion without including ourselves in the blast.
Me boy, rifle.
Patience, Colonel, patience. She's got a stripe-happy West Pointer for a captain. He'll get her here if he has to push her.
Isn't that thing loaded yet?
Loaded and ready, sir. The boat! It's coming! All men to your post! To your post, men!
She's here. Loaded to the ears. Make ready for firing.
No one would show up on time.
Looks like you're the man. He trusts you. So belt him. Get that gun.
Look, I don't want to have anything to do with this.
You will if you don't want your head split in about 30 yards.
He's just a boy. He's just a lad.
He ain't worth 3 of us. As if you're still around to be counted now.
Hey, look! It's the British cannon. Stand by. He's almost in position. She'll be here any minute. The cannon is pointed right at us.
That doesn't mean it'll fire. Keep pulling, Toby. Get on with your work, Toby.
Strong, move!
Captain! Quickly, they're almost in position. Ready? Stand by. Colonel! They're here!
Good to see you, Bo. The boys work out all right?
I never served with a finer bunch, Daniel, never.
Well, you made out better than I did.
Why? What happened?
Well, I kind of hate to tell you. Malloy caught me off guard. Turned British informer.
And Legrand?
Legrand? Well, I guess I lost him in the confusion. The important thing, Bo, is we're going to get those supplies to Fort Courtney on time, right?
Right, Daniel.
Just me and Pudge. What's the secret password? Skull and crossbones. All right, mates. Come aboard, but step lively. Pudge says he's ready for his initiation into the Legion of the Black Pirates, Israel. Biggest step a man can ever take in his whole life. I don't know if he's ready or not. I'm ready, fellas. I'm ready. What do I have to do? Well, we have a very secret initiation ceremony. All sorts of stuff, like being able to attend midnight meetings, tell whoppers of tall tales, but never break a swear to your fellow black pirate, and being able to catch ticks and glow-bugs without squashing them. All kinds of stuff. Gosh, how many people you got in the Black Pirates? So far, just Stinky and me. Of course, we just don't let anybody in it. Let's get going to the Pike House. The Pike House? That old place is haunted. Mr. Pike is the meanest man that ever took a breath of air. And Mrs. Pike is a witch. Part of your initiation. The Pike House? Come on, Pudge. Oh, come on. Ooh. Seen it in the dark before. Scary, huh? All right, Pudge, we're gonna start your initiation right now. First thing, you gotta get up to that porch. Got your slingshot? You gotta throw 3 rocks against the front door. Right, Israel? Right. It's gotta be 3, Pudge. That's the rule. But what if old Lady Pike comes out? You wanna be a black pirate, don't you? Then get going. Pudge, wait.
From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the ripperest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
Open up, Zach. I came to see you.
Hello, Sam. Been a lot of years.
A lot of years. Rotting in jail. I've been out for a while. It's took me some time to find you, partner. You going to invite me in?
Nettie's asleep. I hate to wake her.
No, let's not waste time, Zach. I come for what's due me. Fast move, Zach. You just take that pistol out of your belt and put it down on the floor in front of me. Real slow like. Right back up, Zach. Into the house.
Boy, did you see that? Something mighty big's brought inside that house. Wish my pa was back from his hunting trip. The black pirates can handle this. I think we better get Pudge's initiation over with right now.
Gosh, fellas, I don't know. Sure is spooky around here.
I tell you, I ain't got it.
Did you hear that? Sounds like they're having a brawl. We gotta find out what's happening inside there.
Look, fellas, couldn't we have the initiation some other time, huh? My ma's gonna give me an awful whooping if she finds out I'm gone at this hour of the night.
I say let's get the initiation over with.
I'm for that. What do I have to do?
Spy, Pudge. Gotta learn how to spy in order to become a black pirate. Go up to that front window and peep in it.
Why do I have to do that?
Israel just told you why, stupid. We gotta know what's happening in there. Black pirates are the best spies there is.
Well, I don't think it's fair. I bet you guys never looked in the Pike's window.
Well, we wouldn't be afraid to.
Then I dare you to do it now. I double dare you. I'll do it, if you'll do it first.
That's enough.
A black pirate can't run out under there, Israel. Especially a double dare.
I know.
You've got to believe her.
All right, as long as you guys keep
Down
watch.
here someplace. Don't talk right quick. I'll just kill you both. Find him myself. You didn't come out here to hide and change your name for nothing.
After us, too. Me and Nettie. We've been running.
Well, you can stop running. Because I'm going to unburden you of that gold. For the last time, Zach.
Sam, no!
Makes sense, Sam. If you kill me...
Nobody saw me come here. Nobody will see me leave.
I tell you, I ain't got it.
I always knew you for a liar. Fix something to eat. Make sure the cover's good and hot. I want the truth, Zach, or you're gonna be less one head.
Take it easy, Sam. It is the truth. British officers. They stole the gold right out from under me. There was nothing I could do about it.
That's a good story, Zach. But I don't believe it.
We had the gold. You suppose we'd be living like this?
Well, you're smart, Zach. Smart enough to do just that. Where's that coffee?
In a minute.
I'm betting that gold is right here. And when I find it, I'm not only taking my share, but yours too. Well, come on, pour out.
Dead. Stealing's one thing. Murder's another.
It was him or us. It's just as simple as that. Now, don't follow, we're gonna get caught.
Why doesn't Israel get out of there while the getting's good? I don't know. Israel's a gunner. Spotted him for sure.
You start digging and I'll take a look.
Why doesn't he run? Run, Israel, run! Hey, you there!
Look at him.
No, it's too dark. He was running like a scared rabbit.
You think he saw anything?
I don't know. Might have been just a chicken thief.
I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. We better move the grave just in case.
Yeah, now, what's this? Kid's slingshot. The Black Pirates.
Wait, listen, wait. I gotta rest. Murder, Israel. Murder. Cold-blooded murder. What are we gonna do? Nothing we can do tonight. It's way past midnight already. Midnight? I think the best thing for all of us to do is go home and get to bed. My mom's gonna tan my hide if she catches me. Then don't let her catch us, stupid. Let's meet at the cave tomorrow and decide what you do. Meanwhile, don't tell anybody what happened, okay? Agreed? Yeah, agreed. Agreed. Let's go. See ya.
Israel Boone, I've had just about enough of your sneaking out at all hours of the night to play pirate. Now, do you realize what time it is?
Yes, ma'am, but
Have you been to that cave again?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't want to hear any of your tall tales. I don't want to hear another word from you for that matter. And I never, ever want to catch you out again at this hour. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
And when your father gets home, we're going to have a talk. Do you hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Right now, you're going to bed. And you better be up bright and early in the morning, ready for your chores if you know what's good for you.
Yes, ma'am. Hi, Israel. Hi. What's the matter? I said the net track, so it would protect the entrance. Anybody that stepped on it, the net would fall on them. Well, that trap's never worked yet. I don't know why you think it's going to work now. Stupid thing. First time it worked. Kind of worked. Hey, look what it got. Come on out, boys. Come on. Come on, fellas, hurry up. Help me get it back up. Not now. I'm too tired. Me too. Couldn't get a wink of sleep all night. Yeah. Same here. I kept hearing weird noises outside my window. I know someone was walking around in our front yard after I got home. Big, heavy footsteps. Like Zach Pikes. What are we gonna do? Pikes will murder us like they did the stranger if they find out it was us who saw them do it. Gosh, I'm too young to die, fellas. With my paw gone, I don't know who to tell. Mom wouldn't believe me because of all the tall tales I've been telling lately.
You know how girls are anyhow.
My mom would be the same way if I told her. And Pa gave me an awful wailing last time he saw me out after I was supposed to be asleep.
Tell? What are you guys talking about? You just said we'd be killed by the Pikes if we tell. Now, wait a minute. There's been a murder. Somebody has to tell. And we're the only witnesses. Not me. I'm not telling.
Me neither. I vote we make a pact to keep Mom and tell nobody ever.
I vote that way, too.
But wait a minute. That's 2 against 1. We'll do the Black Pirates swear.
The blood oath?
You got it, Israel. The Black Pirates voted.
What do we have to do?
Stand up. Now put on your patch. Okay. Give me your hand.
Real blood?
Mm-hmm. Okay, close your eyes. Put your thumbs together. And repeat after Israel.
I, Israel Boone. I, Pudge Farmingham.
I, Stinky Brown.
Do solemnly swear on my honor to stay mum and to keep this sacred blood swear for the rest of my natural life. And if I don't, may I have my tongue cut off with a poisonous sword. May I be boiled in toad oil. And may I dangle by my toes over a snake pit in July. Worse than that, be thrown out of the Black Pirates Club forever and ever. Do solemnly swear to do whatever it was you just said, forever and ever.
Agreed. Forever and ever. Here. Now we gotta burn this to really seal the oath.
I'll go get the brush.
Israel Boone. You looking for something? Maybe this is what you want. Your slingshot, isn't it, boy?
All the boys have them.
Well, you can tell your friends I found it. Now I'll be glad to return it to its rightful owner.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Where you been?
Is that Pike? He has my slingshot. Your slingshot?
You must have dropped it last night over at his house.
He knows it was us that saw him. We're as good as dead right now.
I don't think so. I think he's just trying to scare us.
Well, he's doing a good job of it.
What are we gonna do? I think we should go home. Maybe in a few days he'll forget all about us. Yeah. Maybe he won't bother us if we don't bother him.
Whatever you do, fellas, don't tell anybody. My pa promised me a new jackknife for my birthday.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, if I get killed, Pa will probably give the knife to my brother. And I don't think I could stand that. I'm headed home.
Me too. Mum's the word.
Agreed. Agreed.
Agreed.
Nothing, Ma. Just playing catch with the boys.
Israel, you haven't eaten a bite of your dinner. Now, is something bothering you?
No, ma'am. Guess I just don't feel well.
Well, is there something you want to tell me about?
No, ma'am.
Israel, I'm sorry if I've been hard on you while your father's been away. But you've been impossible with those wild stories and those disappearances in the middle of the night. Now, you're going to have to change your whole attitude. Do you understand that?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Can I be excused?
All right. But I want you to fetch me some water from the well before you start your school lessons.
Yes, ma'am.
Pike be doing here?
He's after me, because I saw him and Mrs. Pike murder man in their house.
Israel Boone, I told you.
This isn't a story, Ma. I saw him do it. They buried the body. Stinky and Pudge were with me. They saw it, too. It's true, Ma.
I'm sorry to disturb you at this hour, Sarah, but it's very serious. Israel claims that Pudge, Stinky, and he saw Mr. and Mrs. Pike murder a stranger in their house and then bury the body.
Homer? Get in here.
Hello, Mrs. Boone.
Homer.
Hi, Israel.
Mrs. Boone has some questions to ask you, and I want you to tell the truth for a change, or I swear I'll tan your hide so red you won't be able to sit down for a week.
Now, Homer, this is very important. Do you know anything at all about a murder in the Pike house?
Homer, answer Mrs. Boone.
No, ma'am. I don't know nothing about any murder. Stinky!
Israel, be quiet. Are you absolutely sure, Homer?
Yes, ma'am. I'm as sure as I can be. Murder? No, ma'am. I don't know anything about it. Besides, Pa would skin me alive if I was ever out that night.
That's truth for sure.
Telling a tall tale is one thing, Israel, but lying and involving your friends in it is another. I just don't know what's gotten into you, but I'm through talking. You know, your father will be home in the morning, and I'm going to let him settle this. In the meantime, you are not to leave this room for any reason. Glad to have you home.
It's good to be home.
How was the trip?
Well, I got enough meat for all season.
Wonderful.
Where's Israel?
He's in his room.
A pretty day like this? Is he sick?
No. Dan, that boy has been impossible since you left. Still telling wild stories, only worse than ever.
Oh, he'll grow out of it, Becky. It's just stage he's going through.
Now, I agreed with you before, but when innocent people are hurt, I draw the line. He concocted some wild story that Mr. and Mrs. Pike murdered a man in their home, and the story's all over Boonesboro.
Has he explained why?
He hasn't explained anything. In fact, he keeps insisting that it's really true. That is until I confronted Homer Brown and Clarence Farmingham, and they both denied it.
Well, it's not like Israel to carry make-believe this far. Maybe I better have a talk with him. Israel?
Hello?
Is that all I'm going to get? Just a hello? I hear we've had a few problems since I've been gone. Your mother's very upset over your behavior, especially concerning that tale about the Pikes.
But it's not a tale, Pa.
Well, imagination's a wonderful thing, son, but you can't let it get away from you. Sometimes, before you know it, innocent people get hurt. And I know you never intended to hurt the Pikes, but they've been hurt. And I think you owe them an apology.
An apology? They're murderers, and that's the plain truth.
They're due an apology from you. The tale you told about them caused them a great deal of embarrassment. Now, you have nothing to be ashamed of in admitting you were wrong. I told a few stories when I was a boy. Some of them were pretty good, too. Now, I want you to come with me right now over at the Pikes, and we'll apologize. We'll get that over with.
No, Pa. They'll kill me like they killed the stranger.
Israel, I'm not going to argue with you. You'll do as I say.
Yes, sir.
Pike?
What do you want?
Can I talk with you and Mr. Pike for a minute?
Zach's not here.
Well, then may I step in for a moment and talk with you?
Well, what do you want?
My wife and I feel that we owe you and Mr. Pike an apology for the story my boy made up. And I just want you to know that he's going to be punished for his behavior. And we just want you to know that we feel badly about what's happened. Israel, have you got something to say to Miss Pike? Israel?
I'm not going to apologize.
Leave him be. I wouldn't accept an apology from the little brat anyway. Him and the mother brats that come by to throw stones at my windows and to point their fingers and giggle and laugh like we were some kind of freaks. Well, you'd better keep him away from here from now on, or he'll really be sorry.
Israel!
Don't be the one that saw it. You're witching your mirror!
Israel! I'm sorry, Miss Pike.
You heard?
Everything. I think it's time that boy had an accident.
One killing's enough. Maybe we ought to clear out.
And had Daniel Boone wonder why we left? Why, that boy of his would have him digging out there in no time.
Well, Sam could have told somebody about the gold. They could come looking for him.
He was too greedy to let anyone else in on his share. The gold's ours, neat as can be. All we gotta do is get rid of Israel Boone.
Where's this one?
Well, he came running through here a while ago and went straight to his room. I tried to talk to him, but he wouldn't even answer me.
Well, he was rude to Mrs. Pike, and when I asked him to apologize, he refused to do it.
Dan, I feel very strongly about this. Now, you've got to do something more than just talk to the boy. Something has to be done to snap him out of it.
Papa, he's out there. He's like Pack. He come to get me again.
Now hold on and calm down.
I saw him.
Where did you see him?
At my window.
Dan, this is nonsense. Now, he claimed the same thing once before.
Howdy there, Mr. Boone.
Come in, Mr. Pike.
Thank you. I don't want to take much of your time. Hello, Mrs. Boone. Israel? I just wanted to stop by and thank you and Mrs. Boone for your courtesy. We were pretty upset by that story your boy started, but it's nice to know you cared enough about it to apologize like you did. Only, I wish you wouldn't be too hard on him. We know he didn't mean no harm.
Israel, why don't you come over here and shake hands with Mr. Pike, and let's settle this thing here and now. Sorry, Mr. Pike. He's just not himself lately.
Spring fever has got him, maybe. But like I say, don't be too hard on him.
Good night, Mr. Pike. Thank you.
Dan, that was the last straw.
Israel, we've carried this just about as far as we're going to. You've hurt people, and it's time you grew up and admitted your mistake.
But everything I said was the truth, Pa.
The boys don't back up your story, son. Now, you and your friends have tormented and played pranks on the Pikes ever since they've come to Boonesboro.
But she looks like a witch.
I want you just to lay there and think a while about all the bad things you and your friends have done to the Pikes, things you should be ashamed of. I want you to think about the cruel things you've done to poor people less fortunate than you. And when you're ready to act like a man, then you and I'll have a talk, man to man. How's Israel?
I haven't heard a sound out of him since you left.
Well, I reckon he's got a lot of thinking to do.
I think I'll just stick my head in and see if he's all right.
Well, I wouldn't do that, Becky. I think he's had enough talking to for one day. Hopefully some of it'll sink in and he'll be all straightened out tomorrow.
What in tarnation are you doing here? Nobody believed me. I ran away. Gosh. I'm sorry I didn't tell your mother about the murder. But I didn't know you'd break the swear. We all swore not to tell anybody. I knew that, but I had to tell. It's not your fault. I was the one who broke the swear. And the Black Pirate law says I'm the one who has to take the consequences. But I'm gonna fix all that right now. I'm headed for the Pike House. You crazy or something? I have to find the stranger's grave. It's the only way I can prove to people that I was telling the truth. Well, do you need any help? I don't want you to get in any more trouble than you're already in. Black pirates are supposed to stick together. We better round up Pudge. They're right there. Hurry up. All right. There's the shed behind the house where Pike keeps his tools. We're gonna need 2 shovels. Stinky and I'll get them while you keep watch. All by myself? Would you rather go with Israel and I'll stand lookout? No. It's kind of scary. Just hurry up. All right. If you see any movement from the house, give the black pirate warning whistle. Right. Israel. Yeah. What's the black pirate warning whistle? Oh, boy. Well, just whistle any way you can, Pudge. We'll know it's you. Come on, move out. It is a shirt. Israel, the shirt is covered with dried blood. Do you think it's strangers? Could be. Could also be Zach Pike's. He must have been covered with blood after carrying the strangers to the graveyard. Yeah. And I bet he buried his clothes here so nobody could ever find the bloodstains on him. Maybe there's more. It's locked. Here. I bet it's pirate's treasure. Wait till I tell my pa about this.
You're not going to tell anybody anything, boy. You sure you covered up that box good?
You're gonna be sorry for everything once my pa gets hold of you.
I don't think you heard right, boy. You're never gonna see your pa again. Now let's go for a walk. And bring those digging tools with you. You're going to need them. This is what the noise was. They found the gold in the shed.
Well, that's the Boone boy, all right, but who's that other one?
What's your name, boy?
My name is Brown. Homer Brown, ma'am.
Don't ma'am me, brat. Politeness ain't gonna get you nowhere.
Let's stop talking and get it over with.
I want to put them on the far side of the yard. I need you to hold a candle. Move! Good spot. Plenty of room for 2 graves. Party.
Pa! Pa! Dan!
Who is it? Birmingham! Come in.
Dan, Israel was right. The Pikes did kill someone.
Israel and Homer are over at the Pike's house now.
It's gone, all right.
Dan, I'll never forgive myself if anything's happened to Israel.
We just wanted to find the grave so somebody'd believe us. Mr. Pike's got a rifle. He caught him in the tool shed.
Becky, keep the boy here. Come on.
I'm getting tired.
Dig. You haven't got much digging to go. Keep at it. Then you can have a long, long rest.
Can we have some more light over here?
Just keep digging. Give him some more light.
Pirates!
Get inside and start packing.
I twisted my ankle. Here, lean on me. Gotta go. He's right behind me.
Where are they, Miss Pike? Stay here, Hank.
Over here!
They were digging their own graves.
Come on. It's only a little more ways. Listen. Come on!
I know you're here. You won't get away this time. You might as well come out. I'll find you anyway. Look now, I'm tired of fooling around with you kids. Come on out. Uh-huh. you are.
Wow! Then it worked! The Black Pirates sail again! Yahoo!
Potatoes, fellas?
No, ma'am. No, thank you. I'm about stuffed as it is. Pa, did they ever find out who the stranger was?
His name's Sam Bedford, Israel. Evidently, he and Pike were in the Army together and were mixed up in an Army gold theft. Pike disappeared with the gold. The Army caught up with Bedford, and he served a term in prison.
When he got out of prison, he went looking for Zach Pike for his share of the gold.
Yeah, that's about it. From there on, you boys know the story better than anybody.
Wow. Wait till everybody hears about this. We'll probably all be heroes.
You'll be heroes to the Army when they get that gold back, that's for sure. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if they made you boys honorary colonels.
Honorary colonels? Wow. Golly. The Black Pirate sails again! Yahoo!
Israel?
Yes, sir?
Straight through Tuscarora country. Fresh tracks. I've never heard of Tuscarora using wagons before. Doubt that they do.
Well, the most important thing is that them tracks are going the same way we're going. Come on, mule.
If you don't mind, Jeremiah, the mules could use a bit of rest and refreshment.
Well, I'll look around and see if there's any game to be had.
You do that, Jeremiah. Wonder what Jeremiah shot us.
Trouble.
Jeremiah?
Well, I was aiming a rabbit, and I don't think I hit him.
And hit a beehive.
My beehive. And my bees. Now come out of that water with your hands up.
Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the rippenest, roaringest, fightingest man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
The name's Boone.
Daniel Boone? You're a long way from home, ain't you?
Quite a piece. We've been hunting and trapping up north.
I don't see any furs.
Well, your bees ran our mules off. It's all the same to you. We'll go after him and we'll be on our way.
What are you doing with an Indian?
I don't think it's any of your business, but he happens to be a friend of mine.
How do I know you're who you say you are?
Well, now that's a risk you're going to have to take, mister, unless you want to fire that musket.
Mr. Boone, if you got a little time, I'd like to talk to you.
We'll find the mules, Daniel.
Thank you, Jeremiah.
You aiming to travel through Tuscarora country?
As far as I know, I'm standing on Tuscarora country right now.
You're standing on land that belongs to me, Joseph Garth.
You bought it from him.
Bought it? The land belongs to them who use it, Mr. Boone.
Well, how do the Tuscarora feel about that?
That's what I want to talk to you about. If you could walk along with me up toward my place, I could get some work done while we were talking. I'd be grateful if you'd come and hear me out, Mr. Boone.
All right.
Okay. John, let's get this thing on the way. Okay. Easy. Watch it. Thank you. I'm Orville Garth. This here's
no time for socializing. Now get the car on over to the mine, Orville.
What kind of mine are you working, Mr. Garth?
Give me a hand here with this door, Mr. Boone. Coal mine. Ought to be working it now. One of them thieving Indians broke in here last night and stole some of my tools. Not that they got any use for them. Not a one of them ever did an honest day's labor in his life. They're just bedeviling me. Don't know why the good Lord made such miserable creatures anyhow.
I thought there was something you wanted to talk to me about.
I am talking about it. Tuscarora. Not only thieving my tools, they're driving my stock off, wrecking my fences.
That all? I figure you're lucky to still be wearing your scalp.
You think I fear that handful of heathens?
Handful?
Just 7 or 8 of them, camped a half a day's ride from here.
For your information, Mr. Garth, there are a couple of thousand camped right over those mountains to the west. Now, their chief is Black Hawk, and he doesn't take kindly to folks squatting on their land.
Mr. Boone, I can manage.
Now, for some reason, Black Hawk hasn't chosen to do anything, but if he wants to take this land back...
I don't know why you're trying to scare me, Mr. Boone, but you're not succeeding.
Not too bad.
When I got here, this land was nothing. Now I've made it into something. You know how? By the sweat of my brow, mine and my sons. And I could offer them lazy Indians work, too, if they'd take it. And I've offered them pay, even.
Mr. Garth, you don't take a man's land and ask him to work it, pay or no pay.
Looks like the way you're talking, I can't expect any help from you.
Mr. Garth, you've got bees and livestock, pasture, crops, timber, and even a coal mine. The only trouble is, none of it belongs to you except the bees and the livestock.
I've got a contract to supply coal to the foundries at Portsmouth, and I'm legally obliged to fulfill that contract. And I'm way behind schedule now. There'll be a dozen wagons here in 3 or 4 days, and one way or another, I'm going to fill them with coal.
Tuscarora coal.
Them heathens didn't even know the coal was there till I opened the vein.
If they value it so much, why don't they work it?
Mr. Garth, apparently we're speaking the same language, but you're not making any more sense to me than I am to you.
All ready, Daniel?
Fine, Mingo. Mr. Garth, you asked my advice. If I were you, I'd try to pay for this land with something they value.
Like what? You give them whiskey and they'll go crazy. You give them guns and they'll kill us.
Unless you keep those bees just for stinging people, you've got honey. And I've seen Indians go through torment trying to rob a bee tree. A couple of gallons of honey might pacify the whole tribe.
Dinner's ready, Mr. Garth. Where are the boys?
Go over to the mine. They'll be along directly. Mr. Boone, won't you and your friends take the midday meal with us? My wife's a mighty fine cook.
Mingo?
Well, you know me, Daniel. I'd eat anyone's cooking rather than my own.
Down on my backbone and my belt buckle are getting awful well acquainted.
Well, Mr. Garth, we'd be pleased to.
Well, you can put your mules over there in the corral. Come on, Mr. Boone, we can wash up on the porch. Mr. Boone, we'll sit at my right. Your friends can sit alongside you. Add strength for your labors. Set.
You hang the chairs on the wall as a matter of neatness there, Mr. Garth?
Neatness? No, we hang them there to prevent idleness. Chair on the floor is a temptation to sit. In this family, we sit only at meals and lie down only at night.
Well, what happens when you get tired, Mr. Garth?
Garth don't allow himself to get tired. Oh, Mr. Boone, the days ain't long enough for the work that needs to be done.
I imagine you've worked hard all your life, Mr. Garth.
Yeah, I started to work in the coal mines when I was 13. For 12 years, I went down into the bowels of the earth every day before sunup. Didn't come out again till after dark. But the good Lord has guided me to this new country, and I mean to see to it that my family never knows the kind of poverty I did.
Well, as hard as you and your sons work, it would seem to me you would do well on any piece of land.
At least there's enough land so everyone will have their fair share.
Coal mining is what I know best. I found this one for myself. Mr. Boone, you know the Tuscarora. Would you take some of my honey to them?
Mr. Garth, I don't guarantee a gift of honey would settle things, but it might go a long way to changing their attitude toward you.
Then you will take the honey to them.
If you mean to make a friendly gesture, it might be well if you took it yourself.
That's right. Otherwise, they might consider it a sign of fear or disrespect. They're proud people.
You sure they'll take it from me?
Well, they would welcome honey from the devil himself. No comparison intended, Mr. Garth.
Well, you're welcome to spend a night, Mr. Boone.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Garth. I think we'll make quite a bit of time before night's due.
Shovels for digging, not for holding you up. Now, you heard what Mr. Boone said. There's still plenty of time till dark. And time's not for wasting. Safe journey, Mr. Boone.
Good luck, Mr. Garth.
Boy, your daddy's really got you cowed down, ain't he? I don't know how a grown man takes it. Of course, it could be that you just growed up in size only.
Let him go. Let him go.
more than likely that's going to swell and you won't be able to travel for a couple of days.
We were supposed to deliver those furs to Fort Sims tomorrow.
Well, he can stay here till he's able to travel.
Oh, no, I'll be fine. Stayed here, he'd work me like a mule.
Mr. Garth, when are you going to take the honey to the Indians?
I'll press it out of the combs tonight. It'll be ready tomorrow.
Well, I'd appreciate it if you'd take Jeremiah with you. We can stop by the Tuscarora camp and pick him up on the way back. Thanks again, Miss Garth.
My pleasure.
John, Orville, get this young fellow in the house. You patch up that fence. You broke it.
Mr. Garth? What are you doing?
Getting the honey ready for them Indians.
But you're...
Yes, go on. What was I doing?
You're putting something in it.
What of that? You questioning me?
No, I just heard you pounding and I came to see.
All right, you've seen.
Mr. Garth, there's a limit to how far you can go.
I know what I'm doing. I'm sorry I disturbed your rest. Now go on back to bed. 5 or 6 hours to the Tuscarora camp. Should be there just before dark. Tell them we'll be coming tomorrow with more honey. Pick up the wagon then.
Yes, sir. And thank you very much for your hospitality, Mr. Garth. Bye-bye. Help!
You know, maybe it's best, Pa, making friends with the Tuscarora. Paying them something for their land we're using. If we have to.
Did I hear you say their land?
Pa, I meant we are paying them something. The honey.
Yeah, we're paying them in the only way they'll understand. Now go get your rifle.
Rifles? Ain't we working today, Pa?
Has there ever been a day you remember when we didn't work? Now go get your rifle.
Yes, Pa.
You too, Orville. Well?
No. You cannot be friend to Tuscarora and Joseph Garth.
Yellowknife, I'm neither friend nor enemy to Joseph Garth.
We never saw the man before yesterday.
But you know that he plows Tuscarora land, that he cuts down Tuscarora trees, that he digs the flaming rocks from our hillside. I have come with only a few braves so that I might drive Garth from our land without bloodshed.
Killing only brings more killing.
Thus have I counseled my brother Blackhawk, but Garth will not listen to my warnings, and Blackhawk grows impatient. Soon he will come with a great war party, and the Garths will all die.
Hi, down, Mingo.
Jeremiah, where's Garth?
He said he'd be in tomorrow, down.
Where's the honey?
Well, I got some here. He said he'd bring some more tomorrow.
Yellowknife, Garth has sent a peace offering. He feels that the flaming rocks are of no use to the Tuscarora, but they are to him. He seeks peace, and the honey is proof of his good faith.
It is good.
Oh, Indian maid, I'm a little bit nervous, but I ain't afraid. You black-eyed, black-haired Indian maid.
Well, looks like Jeremiah's feeling better.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was just calling Mingo's attention to old Jeremiah there, grinning like a possum eating turnip greens. Just a caution. She's Yellowknife's daughter.
Oh, yeah. But she is pretty. You know what? I finished this eating. I'm just liable to take her for a little walk in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'd think that over once or twice if I were you, Jeremiah.
Well, she's grinning back.
That's right. But that means that she's looking for husband. You see, when a Tuscarora woman returns a man's smile, that's like publicly announcing their betrothal.
But what?
That's promised, Jeremiah. You take her for that little stroll and you'll wind up the evening a married man. That'd be a nice way to wind up this feast, wouldn't it, Mingo?
The corn is ready. Bring the honey.
It looks like the dessert's about ready.
Dan, there's something in that food. I'm sick.
Me too. Here's some water.
Isn't that Boone's friend?
He's an Indian, therefore a heathen. Now load him up.
Wait! Pa, what you're doing is wrong. Powerful wrong.
You just do as you're told. Them Indians kept us from doing our work. Now they're going to make up for it.
Pa, what if the rest of the Tuscaroras
Are you
find out?
defying me, boy?
Pa, I don't...
And Indians don't care what we do, or we'd have heard from them before now. Boone's just trying to buffalo us. I'm not going to tell you a second time. Load them in a wagon. Now, come on, help me hitch up them horses. Move on. Load them other Indians in the wagon. Don't bother with the old man and the women.
What about Mr. Boone and his friend, Pa? Gonna take them too?
No. We'll put them on the pack mules. The mules know the way home. You finish up here. I'll take care of them right now. her hold them till they come around? Ha! Get out of here. Come on. Pick up all the weapons you can find. There's no use leaving them laying around. I'll go help the boys with the rest of the Indians.
Darnation. How do you feel? I feel like a cub bear with a bellyache. Splash some of this water in your face.
How'd we get here?
Mules brought us.
Well, what happened, man?
I don't know. I just woke up a few minutes ago myself. You must have been out here all night.
Well, I don't recall getting on that mule.
You didn't. Somebody put you on him.
Yellowknife?
Well, last I remember, he was as bad off as we were. We were drugged. It could only been one thing.
The honey.
Garth.
Wait a minute. I brought that honey to him. Now, Yellowknife's going to think that
we both got a lot of explaining to do. Get your mule. Get it.
Get out of that wagon. Line up right over there. Don't make a wrong move or we'll see whether heathens bleed or not.
Remarkable honey your bees make, Mr. Garth. Did you use nightshade or hellebore?
Get over there with the others. First off, just remember, I could have killed every one of you if I was a mind to. That's what you was fixing to do to us. Now I'm going to return good for evil. Get them some tools, boys. You see this? It's coal. In a few days, there'll be a dozen wagons here, and I gotta have enough coal to fill them all. Now, me and my boys would have done it ourselves, only you heathens wouldn't let us. Had to waste time standing guard and chasing you off. Now you're going to give us that time back. For the first time in your lazy lives, you're going to do some work. Now get inside of that mine. March! Get a move on! John, tie that savage to that tree. Stand right where you are, all of you. And watch this. It'll help you to keep your minds on your work. Keep them covered, style. Orville, lay it on him. Teach them heathens what to expect. Go on.
we just tie him up?
I said lay it on. It's the way I made a man out of you. We'll make a man out of him. If I had the time, I'd teach you to defy me.
I no longer believe you, Boone.
Now, Yellowknife, would I come back here if I were lying?
There was a time when Daniel Boone's word meant much to the Tuscarora.
Well, now, that's more important to me than Garth's colt.
How can you bring back my braves? What if Garth has killed them?
I think if Garth was going to do any killing, he would have done it here. Now, he has something else in mind. And remember, he took Mingo along with your braves.
You have until dawn tomorrow. If you have not returned with my braves, I shall send my daughter for Black Hawk, and you will all die.
Don't forget the powder.
Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you, but I would like to talk with your husband.
He's at the mine working. And I have work to do myself.
The Indians didn't much care for the honey that was sent to them.
Come in, Mr. Boone. What happened, Mr. Boone? What was in the honey?
Just tell us where the mine is.
Oh, please don't go there, Mr. Boone. It'll only cause trouble, terrible trouble.
There's already trouble, ma'am.
Mr. Boone, I know my husband's a hard man, but whatever he's done, I'm sure he doesn't have blood on his hands.
Somebody's coming down.
It'd be horrible coming for their supper. Mr. Boone, my boys don't mean any harm.
Just don't tell him we're here.
I heard you coming.
Thanks, Mom.
Orville, what's going on up there at the mine?
There's a lot of work to be done, Mom. We'll most likely be real late. Pa's waiting. Some work has to be done standing, ma'am. Shelling peas isn't one of them.
have to do the blasting ourselves. Or we will go in together and herd them Indians into the South Shafts until we're finished. Come on. Keep an eye peeled, Stephen.
Keep him quiet.
His men go in there too?
All of them.
Can you walk?
I can walk. I can kill.
No killing. You go back to Yellowknife and tell him we'll free the rest.
I will stay and help you.
Your back needs tending to. You go on back.
If you fail, I will come back, and I will not fail.
Get a move on. Move, you stubborn critters. Get back. You're gonna learn how to work. Get in that shaft. Stay in there till the blasting's over, or you're liable to get buried. I'm gonna free enough coal to keep you busy 2 or 3 days. John, stand guard. While Orville and I set the charge.
Come on, move! You stay put.
Some sort of draft in here. It's blowing out the candles.
Well, light him again.
Get back. Go on.
Don't tap it too tight. It needs air for a clean explosion. Go get that candle, Orville.
I wouldn't light that fuse just yet, Garth. You've got no way of getting out of there without coming by me.
Boone! Is that you?
You got that quick, Garth. I'm between you and fresh air. If you want to breathe any more of it, you'll do as I say. Now, first off, John, get back in there with your paw. Go on, move.
John, stay where you are, boy. He can't see you.
Garth, by By this time tomorrow, a Tuscarora war party will be on its way. Let those men go and maybe I can stop that war party.
You're bluffing, Boone! Blast that lazy brother of yours. I told him to keep an eye peeled. Boone must have caught him napping.
Unless Yellowknife gets his braves back by morning, there's going to be a lot of useless killing.
Boone, you can only fire once. There's 3 of us.
That's right, Garth. Which one of you am I going to kill?
John, move in on him, boy. He can't see in the dark.
Don't you listen, John. I've shot a turkey right between the eyes on a moonless night. You're doing your paw's work. Don't do his dying for him.
Paw? Boone! Listen to me. I'm not about to let them heathens go. If you don't get out of here, I'm going to start executing them, one at a time.
Garth, for the God-fearing man you claim to be, you stole, lied, and turned men into slaves. Now you're willing to turn murderer. John, more will take a look at your paw, and then take a look at yourselves. Not one of the 3 of you is married, looking after yourself, or standing on your own 2 feet. He's turned you into slaves, too. I'm giving you 10 seconds to get out of here, Boone.
John, kill one of them Indians. Show him we mean it.
Don't listen to him, John.
You can only get one of us, boy.
He's right, Pa.
Oh, no! I won't miss next time, Boone! Watch out for Boone, boy!
You don't have a gun, Pa.
Give me that gun, boy. I'll take care of Boone right now.
Get over here. Boone, you know what's good for you. Tell them Indians to come back. I reckon those braves are halfway back to their camp by now. It's coal to be mined. There'll be wagons coming. There'll be no more coal mined here, Garth.
You grabbed my rifle, boy. You need teaching. You let go, you'll be next.
No! No, Pa! There'll be no more whippings!
Stephen, these boys are aching for a lesson. Fetch me my whip.
Like Orville said, Pa, no more whipping.
If you value your family, Mr. Goff, you'll get them off this land as quickly as you can.
Any chance you had to settle with the Tuscarora is gone. By sending those braves back, you bought some time. But not much.
much.
He's right. It's over. Working together for the good of the family was one thing. What's been going on here lately, that's something else.
But I'm your father. You'll do as I say.
It's over.
Boys, come back here!
Still can't understand. The boys to just end up and leave like that after all these years.
After too many years, Mr. Garth. Thank heaven you finally forced them to make a choice.
Choice?
Between dancing to your tune forever and finding a tune of their own. Maybe that's what turned you into such an angry man, the fact that they'd never stand up to you.
Guess I never thought of it that way, Miss Garth.
I always hoped the boys would find the strength to be their own men.
Well, what's going to happen now?
Well, we could homestead some land if you're of a mind to.
Just the two of us.
Like I was before Orville came.
Start all over again. Find some new land. Build another house. Plant more crops. I've had enough of coal mining.
Plenty of fine bottomland left in Kentucky.
You know, Miss Garth, right now you put me in mind when we first got married. Forgotten how you could take things in hand once you put your mind to it.
That's so? In that case, Mr. Garth, set a spell. You look plumb weary.
Son?
Sure, but I bet that noise scared the deer off.
Bet it scared everything for miles around.
Daniel Boone, what a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. From the coonskin cap on the top of old Dan to the heel of his rawhide shoe, the ripin'est, roarin'est, fightin'est man the frontier ever knew. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, with an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he. Oh, Daniel Boone was a man, yes, a big man, and he fought for America to make all Americans free. Daniel Boone was a doer, what a dream comer, truer was he. Daniel Boone, Daniel Boone.
Bantwana ninganqami. Bazabulawa ndim not nina bayeke njalo. Sabalungisa. Makakhulume. Where's the captain?
What captain?
We don't know anything about your captain. Let us go.
You were following us.
That was a deer's track we were following.
Must be what your pit's for.
Lungi, some chai.
Ah.
Kobosh. Wena? Veni kubele lomgquma nuvale nonke. Nina, dizani nabo. Asambeni, khona manje. Ham. Dizani nabo.
Endo.
Mandela. Lapha esihlahleni. Bakobosha lapha emthini phampisana. Bakobosha namathakathi. Kudala besihlupha la.
Why don't you let us help you?
Help us. Help us.
I didn't do that.
'Twas a man of your color.
Do you answer for all men of your color?
I answer for my people. The child is not your concern.
A child is a child.
You do not believe this. You say it only to save your life. To you, we are cattle.
That's not true.
Yes, it is true. I know the thoughts of the white man. If I known them sooner, would not be as you see us.
How'd you happen to end up here?
These are all that remain of my people. Once a village of hundreds. These live on the promises I make them. Home and freedom, as I live on my anger. We were many brave hunters, many fruitful women, living in peace. And then we began to hear of whites with chains and guns, of their greed for black flesh. Flesh to be whipped and chained, and driven onto great ships in weeping herds. We fought well and killed many, but we were taken and chained. And all through the long nights I whispered to them, Harambe, freedom. When they marched us to the great water, when we sailed chained to the stinking decks of the slave ship, I whispered to them, Harambe, live, we will be free. I promise you. I, Kamba, promise you. We came at last to a great city, New Orleans. We smashed the chains that tied us on the deck, stole a boat and came up the great river. But the captain followed us. We walked across the land, toward the morning sun, toward home. For 30 days we walked. 10 died, and 10 remain.
Mbo, babo pen la pislashi. Babo pen. Never, kuna manje. Babo.
Yebo. And we will walk until I've taken my people home as I've promised them. And nothing will stop us. Not the bare feet of our children. For we'll carry them on our backs. Not the fear of the white man. Oh no. For we'll slip through their fingers like black shadows. Not hunger, not pain, not chains, not guns, not the strange creatures of this strange land. For we're free people. And we'll return to our home and be free.
You won't even be able to keep them alive. Not without help.
And you, of course, will help us. Why should I trust you?
You have no choice. You keep on heading east, you'll come into the cities, where they'll put you in chains again and sell you.
White men, like you.
Almost any white man you see.
But you're different. You want to help us.
Yes, I am different. Just as all men are different from each other. Just as you're different from Africans who sell their own brothers to the slavers. You know as well as I can. Good and bad. Has nothing to do with color.
Why should you help us?
Since you're not likely to accept any other reason, just let us say that we want to help you in exchange for our lives. You need food, medicine, tools to remove those chains. We can get them for you. We have supplies cached near here where we keep our traps.
Mango, woza, mkhulul, msiki ndam, msiki.
Mulalo.
Msiki ndambo.
What about my son?
I do not trust you. But you're right. I need help. And you will help me. Not because you're different, but this one stays. To make certain that you do not come back with other whites.
How do you know I won't anyway?
Because I've seen your eyes when you look at your son. Because I believe that you value him.
I have your word he won't be harmed?
Not if you bring food, medicine, and tools to cut our chains. And come alone.
You mean I'm supposed to travel without a weapon?
This is a rungu, a good weapon. And return here by nightfall.
Jim?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Captain, this ain't magic. You follow a track, the track stops. Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, what did I hire you for? You're supposed to be an expert tracker.
Deer, puma, bear. They're smart, but they ain't this smart.
Smart? They're ignorant savages.
Begging your pardon, Captain? They may be savages, but they ain't ignorant. They're smart enough to stick to the stream when they catch wind they're being followed.
That blasted Meacham, I'll have you keel-hauled. You tell me you lost them.
No, we'll just follow the stream and find where they got out. We'll find them. Your sensible savages don't like the water that well.
Sensible savages. A few touches of the lash, we'll see how much sensible they are.
Could be this is them.
Yeah.
See trucks over there?
Yeah, heading this way.
We found them. Found somebody. We'll see. Somebody's coming. Everybody spread out. Keep quiet. I'm sorry I jumped out on you like that. I thought you were somebody else.
Uh-huh.
Maybe you've seen what I'm looking for.
Who is this man, Meacham?
The name's Daniel Boone.
Daniel Boone? Say, I heard tell of you all the way down to Louisiana. My name's Jack Meacham. This is Daniel Boone.
Captain Hazel Webb, the good ship Connecticut. My pleasure, Boone.
Glad to know you, Captain. No, you'll excuse me, but I'm kind of in a hurry.
I take it this is your territory. Perhaps you've seen some of my cargo.
Cargo? In the middle of Kentucky?
That's pretty good. This damnable cargo has legs, Boone.
$10,000 worth of African slaves. Prime stock for the market in New Orleans. Escaped my ship. You help me find them, I'll pay you well for it.
Sorry, but it's not in my line.
You generally carry this kind of a weapon, Boone?
You think I owe you some kind of explanation?
No, my boy. Just friendly interest. I figured maybe, if you would run into some kind of trouble, it'd be useful for us to know about it.
I appreciate your concern, but I am in a hurry.
Boone, I'm a hard man, Boone. A good captain. Took me 20 years to get my own ship. I don't intend to lose it now. If I lose that stock, I lose my ship. Now, this weapon you're carrying is definitely African. A Rango. Now, where are them slaves?
I told you it's not in my line.
This is a bill of sale, Boone. For them blacks for property. My property. Now, why don't you?
I'm sorry, I can't help you. I told you I'm in a hurry.
Boone, You know it's against the law to aid fugitive slaves?
We don't have much call for it out here.
It's against the law of your country, even out here. Don't you stand on the laws of your country.
I'm standing right in the middle of my country waiting for you to let me pass. Men are blocking my way, Captain.
My humblest apologies, Mr. Boone. But this weapon you're carrying is undoubtedly African. Fashioned somewhere between here and the Mississippi River by my property. What do you use it for? You're gonna have to answer me, Boone. Where did you get it?
About 5 miles upstream. I found it. Does that answer your question?
Oh, very nicely, and thank you, Mr. Boone. Now, if you'd just be kind enough to lead us there.
I don't know about these others, Meacham, but you look like a man who wouldn't have any trouble finding his way 5 miles upstream without help.
Our Mr. Meacham's top hand at chasing wild geese. But we're after more important things now, Boone. Shall we stop playing games?
Now, wait a minute, Captain. You hired us to track a parcel of slaves, not fool around with Daniel Boone.
We're not going to fool around with the great Boone Meacham at all. He's just going to guide us to where the slaves are. Aren't you, Boone? Thanks, Daniel. Well, I'm glad to see you being reasonable about this, Daniel. You know, I never figured a man of your reputation would stick his neck out for a bunch of them soulless black savages.
It's been proven that they have no souls, of course.
Oh, yes, established scientifically beyond a shadow of a doubt. You should see the way they live over there, Dan. Oh, bloody savages. We bring them here, you know, give them a roof over their heads, some honest work to do, food and drink, and some good Christian learning, and it's the best thing in the world from Dan, and believe me, the best thing in the world.
Well, it's amazing they don't pay you for the privilege.
Ah. Jack. Boone, I'll blow you.
All right, get him out. Get him out.
Drop your guns or I'll blow his brains out.
Yes, stand right where you are. You're not gonna kill me, Boone.
You make it mighty Tipton, Captain. Now tell your men to put the guns down.
I said stand fast. You're taking orders from me. You chess player, Boone. Because this looks like checkmate to me.
kill you, Captain, if I have to.
That's no point, Al. Don't you see? You need me alive. I need you alive. You kill me, my men will feel free to kill you. And if I kill you, then I don't get what I came after, do I? Huh? So it does look like checkmate, doesn't it, Dan? Oh, sure. Sure, you're free to leave, Boone. But there ain't nothing's going to stop me from following you, now is there, huh? Yes. Looks to me like checkmate, doesn't it to you? I spent over 20 years at sea, Boone. Man gets the chance to do a lot of thinking. Thinks about a lot of things. What makes men do some of the things they do? And I've been thinking about you. What are you, one of them bleeding hearts? Now, you look like a God-fearing man, Boone. I'm sure you must have read the good book. It's all in there. The sons of Ham were born in bondage. They shall live by the sweat of their brows. Tamba's supposed to be a slave.
And you're supposed to be a slaver. And you're supposed to traffic in human misery. That the way you read it?
That's the way I read it. Thinking about maybe trying to escape when it gets dark, huh? You better put that thought right out of your head, Boone. Because if we don't get to Camba's camp by nightfall, well, they will just throw a couple of, half hitches and a bowl and a two around you, make you nice and snug till morning, huh? Like it, Donald?
Bonito de la Paz.
Diego.
Pangisan. You hungry?
My Pa, he'll be here soon with food. You and your people, you can live here. It's good land. And there's plenty of game if you know where to hunt.
Perhaps, but this is not our home. It's growing late.
He'll be here soon.
I hope so. And I hope he will not be foolish enough to come without a white man.
He gave you his word. He won't go back on his word.
We shall see. Open the discussion. Yin da. Yin. Yin. Yin.
Kaba! What is she have in her hand? On the ground!
Huh?
Kaba, if she ain't near those berries, she'll die!
Leave alone!
Kaba, untie me! I know what to do! I won't run away!
Leave alone!
Kaba, please, untie me, or she's gonna die!
Leave alone!
Those berries are deadly poison!
Let you mess.
I need some water!
Pangisa.
Hold her hand. Hold her tight.
Kenya.
She'll be all right.
Stop it, Cobra! Tony! Get him, get the knife out of his hands. Come on, you. Oh, thank you, Boone, for helping me recover my property. Where are the rest of them? Speak to me, you. Back.
He's dead.
Dead? Of all the impudence. I'll be lucky if I break even on this deal. Where do you think you're going, Boone?
Isn't that what you came for, Webb?
No, not quite I didn't. Not till we get the rest of them back where they belong. And I'll be after Brooke. And no interference from you, Boone, on that case. Get that chain. Put it on Boone here. Sorry, Boone, I don't like to do that. Believe me, I don't. Bad discipline for blacks to see a white man in chains. But I can't risk you running out on me.
You might be making a mistake, Captain. You and your men may slip through, but I saw plenty of Shawnee sign on the trail.
That's a pretty feeble try, Boone.
How about it, Meacham? Did you see any Shawnee sign?
Shawnee signs? You're bluffing, Boone. This is Cherokee country. They ain't no Shawnees this far south.
And not usually. But game is running low in their part of the country. There's Shawnee hunting parties all over this area. How about it? You men know Shawnee sign when you see it?
Maybe they don't, but I do. Now lay off of them, Boone.
You hear that, Meacham? You better keep your eyes open.
Did you hear that?
Hear what?
That bird.
Huh? A bird? What are you talking about? All right, let's get out of here. Jim?
Indian beads. Could be Shawnee, could be Cherokee.
Aye.
Well?
Shawnee.
You can't be for sure.
You said you knew Shawnee sign.
Now, what is it?
He says it's Shawnee.
You believe him?
Yeah, not really. But I figure Boone likes his scalp as well as the next man.
What are you up to, Boone? Come here, Major.
Listen, Meacham, we don't like this.
Shut! Steady, lads. Now, steady as she goes. Can't you see he's only trying to panic you?
And you're going right along with him. Now, come on, let's get this line moving.
How do you know there ain't no Shawnee out there?
Well, if there is, you'll take care of them. Help me get my stock back where it belongs. That's what you're being paid for, ain't it? Come on, take it.
They ain't paying us all that much, Meacham. Anyway, them slaves are slowing us up. I say, let's get out of here.
Nah, let's stick around for a while. You keep your eyes open.
Flash of Adam Taylor. One step, then another, and along. Easy, Dick. Easy now, lad.
Did you ever see a Shawnee scalping knife? One swipe and your hair's going right down to your eyebrows.
That's blarney, Boone. Chop, chop! Come on! Lift! Up!
Harambe.
Harambe. Hey! Hey!
Hear something, Meacham?
No. I didn't hear nothing. Did you?
Yeah, I thought so.
Control, Meacham, control. I'm as nervous as a mother hen with a flock of new chicks.
I ain't sticking around here a minute longer.
Now, you listen to me, a bunch of lily-livered swabs. I'm paying you.
I know what you're paying us for, but I don't know for sure what's out there.
Oh, no, Bilge! You're shooting at a bunch of shadows. Now, you'll all obey my orders. Or so help me, I'll take the cat o' nine tails to you. That's it. Finish him. Come back here! Come back here, you Bilge-Water scoundrel! Come back, I tell you! I'll give you double your wages, triple your pay, you dirty nut! Mitchum! Mitchum!
All right, Boone.
You can shoot, but can you reload? It's, what'd you call it, Webb? A checkmate?
What do you want?
Drop those pistols. Hand me the keys.
Harambe. Harambe.
You all right, son?
I'm fine.
I'm proud of you, boy. How many of them are there?
4.
I prepare my men for battle.
We madoda, ngifuna nihambe niyomlanda khona manje nimbulala abanye mabaye ngapha abanye baya ngapha ngisani ke madoda. Nihambe nimshaye nibabulale bonke.
You stay here.
Where you going?
I don't want the Shawnee to get the captain any more than I want him to get you.
If you save him, I will kill him myself.
White man friend! I keep these red stitches! I let you! Savages! Yes! Pay for this by the great heart!
Keba mango.
Combat! No!
Do you want him to live? I'll let him live.
You have taught me that all white men are not bad.
Perhaps even he is not all bad.
property no longer concerns me. I'll give him to you.
I think you owe him something.
For what?
You're a miserable, money-grubbing liar. Gamba, you see this? It says he owns you. You
Now look
and all
here,
of your
Boone, the
people.
laws of this
You want to talk to him about his country's laws?
Harambe. Sayitshisa ngoku le ncwadi. Abikade siqabangele. Yatsha. Sobe siphinde ngoku basibulala bebelungu. Harambe. Nizahamba ke ngoku. Nonke. Hambani. Now I'll take my people home.
You never make it, Gamba. If you continue east toward the morning sun, you'll just be captured again. But there is land beyond Cherokee country. You and your people can make your homes there.
What would we find there?
Good land, game for your hunters.
And this Cherokee, they will welcome us. Even if we're different from them.
The Cherokee judge a man by what he does, by what he is.
And we'll live in freedom.
Yes.
You are sure no white man will come and will remain in peace?
I can't promise you that, Gamba. No man can. But you'll have as good a chance as anybody else.
Harambe.
Harambe.
Your son will be a great warrior. I will see you again.
We'll see you again.
You're blasted well right, you'll see him again. And by the great horn spoon, I'll see you again, King Gamba.
I doubt that, Webb. Without me, you can't even find your way back to Fort Boonesboro. Good luck.
Stay where?
You wasted your time, Boone. I'll find them. I'll get them back.
Go ahead.
Sala.
Sala.
Oh, but Donald, I could die out here if them heathen redskins don't get me first.
I can't argue about that.
But you can't let that happen, Boone.
What do you think, son?
Well, you saved his life once. Seems a waste to leave him here now.
All right, in that case, get in. All right, Captain. You can start paddling.